Hi everyone, I am Mujthaba Kolkar, pursuing MBBS third year from Sri Venkateshwara Medical College, Tirupati. I'm so happy right now, and this is the day full of ecstasy because my novel is finally launched worldwide. It is available on Amazon, it is available on Flipkart, it is available on Awakens online store as Kindle book as ebook. Actually, what happened was I have been on this project for almost like 2 years. 2 years back, a best friend of mine, she was very enthusiastic. She came to me and asked, Mustapha, when are you going to launch this novel? I said very soon. And the same question was asked 1 year ago. I said the same. 6 months ago, I said the same. And finally, when it is launched today, I went to her and I said, you know, my book is finally launched right now. I asked her, when are you going to read? She said very soon. And exactly what happened was, there was a foreplay before I launched my novel, or before I even thought of writing my novel. And there was a series of issues in Sri Venkateshwara Medical College, my medical college. These issues were actually reverberated by professors, and it was the main center of theme during their lectures. And these were also the issues that got every medical student very much perplexed and confused in their own life scenarios. And these were the issues which were also reverberated by the media. And let's see what these issues are. In first year, what happened was, in the very beginning of our phase, after the phase, 5 of our seniors, they thought to travel from Tirupati to Chennai. And in one unfortunate incident that happened, where two of them were dead and one of them was in coma, and the other two sustained multiple fractures because the car hit an ambulance and it was an accident. And when I moved on to second year, again a senior of mine from 2013 batch, he too committed suicide by jumping in front of the train. And again, when I was about to publish a prologue, this was the prologue that I had published last year on the college day. Then what happened before that, a PG ma'am, final year of pediatrics, she committed suicide. And a girl from my own batchmate also succumbed to seconds, and that PG ma'am had a 1-year-old son. So these were the issues that alarmed the whole of SVMC. And in one of those condolence meetings, our principal sir had said that you have to inculcate family values, and you should not be leading an adventurous life. And this is where that I got an inspiration from for writing the novel. So this is how it got dragged. In one fine afternoon, I went in front of my class and I was briefing them about the launch of my book, and I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to publish it, I'm going to launch it very soon. And I also told them few promises I've made in front of them, few promises. Let's see what these promises were. About the promises, the first promise that I made was, this novel is going to be the most entertaining as well as enlightening novel. So I have been an impassionate reader of the books which are related to crime story and which are related to mystery. Particularly, I have been the biggest fan of Sherlock Holmes. I have read almost all his collections and almost all the complete collections of Sherlock Holmes, where I have covered the study of Scarlet, Hound of Baskerville, Return of Sherlock Holmes, Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes. These are the two big volumes of Sherlock Holmes. And particularly, the thing which dragged me the most was studying the Scarlet, and this was how I initially got inspired for writing a kind of a crime mystery, and my novel is very much related to that. So I have also been an impassioned reader of Dan Brown novels. This is the Dan Brown novel, and this is the classical novel of Charles Dickens. So I had made it very much entertaining, and the plot of the story is this. A student called Riya Agarwal, she gets abducted, and the entire police suspicion is on our batchmates. About the Riya, they don't know what happened to her, whether she was murdered or whether she was kidnapped, and all of this it goes and falls on the shoulders of one student called Muhammad Ali, and he is a biggest fan of Sherlock Holmes as well as with Ramana. So this was all about it, about the entertaining part. The second promise that I have made was I will include aspects of women empowerment, as well as I'll include religious values which are mentioned in Islam, Hinduism and Christianity as well. With regards to the women empowerment, imagine it is a too damn hot summer and you finally decide to sleep on the roof instead in the house, and at about 1 a.m. you wake up and you watch that your 9-month-old daughter is missing. Panic overstrikes you. You go and alert your own family members, you go and alert your colony members, and you go and alert the entire village of yours, and everyone is out there in the streets in search of that innocent life. And finally you see a pervert and a rapist carrying that 9-month-old girl in his hands, and when he looks at you approaching him, he throws her away. And when you go and take your baby in your hand, you see she is motionless, she is not breathing. So you take her to the hospital. The doctor over there, he examines it and he says that the baby is brought dead. And again on postmortem examination, the doctor says that she was raped. Imagine 9-month-old baby. See, I have been collecting the articles regarding atrocides on women, and I have been following this since 3 years. I have an entire collection of files, and you see, it was in the very recent report which was named as Thomson Reuters Foundation's report, where India was termed a dangerous country for women to live in. What exactly is women empowerment, and what are the factors that are needed? All of that is covered in the stories in this novel family. You need not go on the streets and you need not go and raise the slogans. All you have to do is, you read the stories regarding women empowerment, what exactly are the factors which are necessary for it, and you read it, get enlightened, and you share it with everyone. And as with regards to the family values and religion, as far as the religion is concerned, you see, you have to first have an in-depth knowledge, not the in-depth, but at least superficial knowledge of what the scriptures say about family values. So 1 year back I bought the scriptures. The first scripture that I bought was during my summer. I bought this Bhagavad Gita. It was written by Swami Prabhupada. I found it very the content was very legible, and it has got a very comprehensive index at the back, and you can look at whatever you want. So this is how I have understood, and from this scripture. And then I also bought the King James version of the Bible. I have asked many of my friends what is the best version that they follow. They said the King James version. So the family values of the Bible are also mentioned here. And finally, you see, I have even covered the literature. Almost all the literature that I have covered, 90% of it is Islamic literature, and this is the Quran, particularly by Abdullah Yusuf Ali. I love this, especially this version where it is available internationally. All of these scriptures are available in many languages, and you can have access to it. So my family, it gives an insight into the family values mentioned in these scriptures. One aspect of it is psychology of depression and psychology of love. Before you even touch the psychology, you have to need an insight, a deep insight into the works of William James, the father of American psychology, as well as Sigmund Freud. He is a psychoanalyst from Austria. I have both of these works here: the mourning and melancholia, the hopelessness and worthlessness aspect of depression, as well as William James' psychology pre-Foucault's. So I have also included these issues, again I repeat, in the form of stories. All of these stories are connected to each other, and you have to derive a kind of solution from it. It is a mystery and it is a puzzle. You have to solve it. So what else are you thinking for? My novel covers entire aspects. It is a gripping thriller, and it has got the aspects of women empowerment and religious values in Hinduism scripture, in Hinduism, Islam and Christianity, as well as it covers psychology of depression and psychology of love. What are you waiting for? And All together, try forever to find her who is never lost. Read as it were a family so vast, all read it from past. Time for you to think of the clue, to find the villain not so hidden. His names are many, but character is one. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to buy this novel at lower prices at an exclusive discount, then you can check out the description below. Stay positive. Take care.